So just another day, another spoiler, many spoilers. This time around is going to be 3 different spoilers. It's going to be this, the World Martial Arts Tournament theme booster pack, the second one with the SR and SPRs, and as well as the 2 starter decks that are coming out in set 5. And I think I just saw this one. I just saw this. I probably should go through this, but we're going to go through all the SRs and SPRs as well, which are pretty much the same as far as this stuff goes. So all of them are revealed. These 2, the Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta, are very, very much expected, and the art for it is actually really good. I think this is, for me at least, very much of a collector purposes sort of card art and link. And we got the pin, we got the the grandpa, the Hercule. All these arts definitely are worth getting the boxes for. Personally, I don't know if I still want to get a box, but that's just me. We got a Piccolo Jr., we got Kami, which everybody keeps forgetting that this man is Kami. Master Shen, I do believe, who went against the Piccolo Jr. The Goku, which we already knew about, with the SPR version, and then all of them together. So let's go through them real quick as far as that goes, so that way I can get to the thing that I wanted to talk about, which is Gogeta. So the first one here is the Supreme Showdown Son Goku. He's a 25,000 triple striker. Yeah, triple striker. So he's a 5 energy, which is always going to be that awkward point in the meta, really. I mean, he's still a 5-drop triple striker for 25,000. So if you want to be cheeky about it and just put it in like a Super Saiyan red blue deck, and you don't like spending the 5 energy, or if you don't know how to use it basically, or use your energy correctly, this is what it would be. And the effect here, is that the permanent is if Supreme Showdown Vegeta, the one that we just saw, is in play against 10k, and then when your battle cards are placed in the drop area with the Supreme Showdown Vegeta, which I don't know why they wouldn't go through the Vegeta one first and then Goku, and you lead a card as a world tournament, activate the skill. If there is no Son Goku in the battle area, you get to play them from your hand for free, which is good. Limits for both of them to the world tournament leader. So if you want to get that effect to get 2 5k triple strike bodies on the floor or on the board, would be pretty cool. Actually, I think this would be pretty cool in the untapped leader. If you're playing like blue-red in an untapped leader, something of the sort, play the Vegeta and then play him for free, and then awaken, and then just untap too. But at the same time, it has to be a world tournament leader. Oob might come to mind as far as that goes. Not a bad idea as far as that. Supreme Showdown Vegeta. So this guy is a triple striker as well. If Supreme Showdown Goku is in play in your battle area, this gains 10,000 power. So both of them have 10,000 power, 35,000 triple striker permanently. Even if they, if you pass your turn, they're still gonna have it. So when you play this card, you may choose one of your battle cards other than this card and play it in your drop area. If you do so, your opponent cannot activate blocker for the rest of the turn. So it is only for this sort of what am I saying? This play. So when you actually do play it, that's the only time that you can actually activate that effect. So this kind of comes to mind as like a red yellow variant. I mean, maybe like Jackie Chun might be pretty cool. And of course, Oob is still a thing. I think Oob has a play. I think every single leader. Let me just go on a tangent real quick. Just give me a second. I think every single leader in the world tournament is actually pretty damn good. And I know that's a hot take, and I'm gonna say another hot take as far as this goes. But when you really consider and take a look at all of these effects, you have to take a step back and be like, okay, what can I really do with this leader? And I think that's the hugest issue when it comes to people looking at cards and the releases so far and lately. Yeah, I think I will agree that World Tournament is a little underwhelming. I will agree with that, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing because Bandai is realizing like, whoa, we're printing out some dumbass cards. Let's go ahead and take a step back and let's manage the meta. Let's manage the problems in the actual game, and then come out with some stuff that people will like because it is thematic and it does have some interesting effects. With the World Tournament stuff, because there are so many link cards, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to actually play those cards in tandem with each other. So the fix for that is to print cards like the 5-drop Goku and Vegeta, like the Oob and the Goku, where you get to play something and you play something else for free. That's incentivizing yourself when it comes to that. Or incentivizing the cards, or incentivizing you to play those cards. But when you actually take a look at like Hercule, where you get the draw every time you battle, like Oob, where you have access to 4 or 8 or 12 different cards that let you draw a card, acting as a super combo. That's why they're saying it. Unbreakable, his 1-drop draw 10k power, and then your actual super combos, and then his activate main is kind of underwhelming, but it does help when you're trying to close out a game or delete a big threat, basically. Goku in itself, I haven't seen too many builds with this. I haven't seen too much at all, even on Untap, but he is a fun leader when you actually do try to use him. He is an Untap leader as far as restanding and going for it. And I think just that in itself is actually really good. And then Jackie Chan, don't even get me started on Jackie Chan. If you haven't seen me and Joel play as far as Jackie Chan and Hercule, or Jackie Chan and the blue build, or Jackie Chan and my yellow build, this man is crazy. Like, honestly, he is absolutely wild. And I think he is going to mess up some of the meta. And if you haven't tested him, which again, this is the biggest thing, like people, like, hot take, people are not creative, and people who play meta are inherently not creative, because when you play meta, you play what's best. You put all the best cards in a deck, or you take the best deck and you make it your own, which is okay. Not a bad thing. It makes sense just to use that that mentality, or it makes sense to do that in order to get the best deck and use the best deck. But the thing is that you make the meta, like the cards and Bandai and whatever. You make the meta. We all make the meta, and the meta changes as we have different answers to different things. As more cards are printed, as more things are errated, and as well as different things are restricted, etc. Right? So we all make the meta in itself. So take some time, play these leaders, and then come back to me, because like I said, a lot of people are talking mess about this set, but I'm like, it's a really fun set, and there's a lot of stuff that's very strong. And hopefully I can show that in the coming weeks. And then, of course, Announcer, my man has a lot of draw power, and he is just busted when it comes down to the specified costs as far as that goes. Again, activate main is a little underwhelming, but this is the thing, like they're doing that on purpose, so that way we can actually have non-busted cards being printed. There hasn't been like a super busted card since maybe set 4, and that's good. That's a really good thing. The only thing that's incredibly annoying about this set is the Oob and Goku combo. But that's another video. So again, triple strike, off my tangent. Triple strike, and then you can activate blocker. Very, very, very cool. Again, in a blue sort of ramp, blue-red sort of ramp deck, I think that'd be really cool. Oob comes to mind as far as this goes. All the other leaders that I'm trying to think of, maybe Hercule, but Hercule just draws so much. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense to use him in that. But Oob, definitely, I'm very interested in using him, or using those cards in that leader. Pan, Proudest Daughter. So for this one, she is a dual attacker, and if your leader card is blue, so Oob, and Hercule is in play in your battle area, this card gains 10k and double strike. So pretty cool that the fact that it does that, because the Hercule is a 3-drop barrier card, in which if your Pan is played in your battle area, you draw up to 2 cards, and then at the end of the turn, choose up to 2 of your energy and switch it to active mode. So The thought process immediately comes to, again, since it is restricted to the Oob, this is not. You can still draw the 2 cards and then switch one of your energy to active mode. Immediately comes down to Oob, where basically on turn 3, you're unawakened and you play this card with 3 energy, and then you swing, maybe unyielding, so that way you can protect yourself with Whis or Senzu Bean or something like that in the next turn, and then let them attack you, take the life, get down to 4, and then play this girl for 4 energy, untap 2, and then go for dual attack, double strike, 25,000. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Like I said, just like a lot of these other cards, it's slightly underwhelming, but you do get the net 2 cards, you do untap 1, you do get to get an attacker that has 25,000 double strike for dual attack, and then this man allows you to keep doing that because later in the game you can still play another pan, draw 2 cards, and then keep doing this. So now you have again, if you play another one, now you have 2 dual attackers that have double strike, 25,000, and you get to draw 2 cards and switch 1 energy to active mode. So again, this is the thing. You have to start thinking about these pairing cards and how their effects sort of get together on multiple times. The only issue is that it is a little hefty when it comes to 4 energy, but if you play it right, hopefully it doesn't get too far as that goes. So we got a Piccolo Jr., which is pretty cool. It's a critical 20,000 5 drop. Ooh, all these 5 drops are crazy as far as like the cost for it. When this card attacks, choose one of each. Choose up to 1 each of yours. I'm guessing yours, and your opponent battle cards and KO them. If you KO them, KO the Kami, the Destined Conclusion hero, as your battle card, this gains 10k and triple strike for the duration of the turn, which is wild. So if you have like a bad ring, or if you get to this point, again, these are finishers. Like, these are good. I love finishers. Especially, it's very satisfying for it to go through. And maybe not even a finisher. This is just like a guy who triple strike critical your ass into oblivion. And then, I mean, that's the thing. I think that's really cool. Is it playable? I don't know yet. I haven't tested it, so I really can't say. It is a green sort of it is a green card with 2 energy or 2 green. So I mean, you could mix another color. Usually mono green isn't great to survive all the way out. Like, yeah, you can go ahead and KO 2 of them, and all the other green stuff is going to be board control. If you're looking towards the Goku, he has a lot of good hand control. The Yamcha lets you awaken and then make them drop 1. So I mean, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. The only issue, again, is when you start printing these cards, is that you have to consider, like, what are people going to be playing this in tournaments or not? And that's the issue. Like, people are always so worried that it's so slow comparing to Super Saiyan 3, Furugan, and all these other blue leaders that can untap energy and play figuratively 12 energy in 1 turn. So that's the real issue with these cards. That's why people don't like them. If you never introduce something, I'm going on a tangent again. All right, Destined Conclusion hero. So he is a barrier 15k. So when Piccolo is played in your battle area and your leader card is green, so there you go. It's in tandem with the green Goku. This gains 10k power and critical for the duration of the turn. And then your opponent chooses 3 cards from their hand and places in the drop area. Your opponent cannot place your opponent's hand. You cannot place your opponent's hand in the drop area. Oh, for the duration of the turn. So you can't just do it again. Okay, that's why. That's really strong, actually. That's really good. Like, I don't know if you realize that that's really good. In a blue-green variant for that Goku, that's damn good. Like, you're swinging for 25,000 critical, and then when the other card is played, they get to choose 3 cards from their hand. And again, with the green Goku, it has access to some of these other hand destruction things. Very good. I'm always down for hand destruction in any game. Yu-Gi-Oh, Vanguard, whatever. I don't even play Vanguard. I don't even know if they have any. You know, it's just one of those things. So this is really good. I think this is really good. I think it's doable as well. I would love to start doing that, or start trying to use it. So this one is the one that is already the SR, the one that's already revealed. So I mean, it's just the one. Like if you didn't know, just go ahead and look it up. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and move on real quick. I just want to take a look at all of the SPRs real quick. So yeah, these should be all the SPRs. Yeah, okay, yeah. So these are really cool. This is probably my favorite art, and then this is the second favorite, this is third, and this is fourth. So I don't know, let me know what you think as far as the art. I think that's always been a strong point and always will be a strong point for this game. That's just how I see it. So this is the starter deck. Boy, my boy is here. He is the Gogeta. He is the man, the ultimate fusion, the best fusion, the supreme fusion, the resurrected fusion. Okay, that's cool, I guess. That's cool. Love this art. I'm gonna steal it. Yeah, so this is a blue deck. He's a blue leader, and oh, that warms my soul. Like, you don't understand. That warms my soul. I don't know if you know, but canonically, I don't know. I don't think we've ever seen a base form Gogeta. This is the first time that we've ever seen him as a base form. I will say it looks a little weird. I'm not used to it, but it looks baller as fuck. So I really don't care. So these are all of the starter exclusive decks, the starter exclusive cards. I'm gonna go through these pretty quick, and as well as the Shenron stuff. They're saying so pull up a fusion and call forth Gogeta. So he is a I don't know what that was. Union Fusion for 2 blue, pretty cool. New keyword sparking. So if you have a number of cards in your drop area or more, let's go to the card list. So Gogeta. So I don't know. Just stop. Don't even worry about it. So he has a burst 2. So this is another sort of keyword. This is just another word for milling. So obviously Mass Saiyan doesn't have that keyword. If it was, it would be like burst 3. So you must place the top 2 cards of your deck and then activate the skill. So you have to drop 2 in the deck. So this is gonna take some time to, like, I'm gonna go through it anyway, but this is gonna take some time to brew up. Like, I'm gonna really sit down and try to make Gogeta, this one and as well as the promo Gogeta, good. But we will see. So the top 2 cards, and you attack and you draw a card. So as I understand, you have to drop the top 2 in order to draw the card. And this is a flip 2 to active, and then because of that, you have sparking 5. So if you have 5 or more cards in your drop area, when this card attacks, draw 1. And if you have 3 or more energy, it gains 5k. And if you have 4 or 5 or more, I mean, it also gains double strike. Very, very typical when it comes to like a starter leader. If it was just this, it would be very underwhelming. But because it has this, choose one card from your hand and place it in the drop area. The opponent can only activate counter skills once during the duration of the turn. This one, and as well as the other Gogeta, are really, really, really good in stopping plays and as well as controlling the game, basically. So we'll get to that in a second. I think that's really cool. It's just like the Goku, I do believe, the first turn in power Goku, I want to say. Yeah. So I think if you, it's just like when they attack, as I understand it, you drop a card and then they can't counter or something like that. Oh, you can counter. Okay, now that I remember. Okay, I remember now. But that's really cool. That's really, really good, because now you get to activate main. You can understand how many energy they have. They have to decide how much energy they have to spend or when to counter when you have overwhelm, because this does go pretty well in tandem with overwhelm as well, because you can attack, gain this effect, draw 1, and then get double strike or whatever, and then overwhelm, especially when you have 5, after doing a card from drop or into the drop, and then afterwards go for game with the overwhelm card or whatever's on your field. So building your field, going to overwhelm, I love it. Fusion Reborn Vegeta. If this card, or when this card is placed in the drop area from your hand, and a result of Union Fusion, if you lead a card as Gogeta, switch one of your energy to active mode. So pretty cool. And same thing, but you draw a card with Goku. Okay. I think those should be reversed. Yeah, I think they should be reversed. Oh well. Ultimate Fusion Gogeta. So this guy has double striker. Double striker. So he has he's a 5-drop. 25,000. He is a 4-drop with Union Fusion 2 blue. He has a sparking effect where you play this card, draw 2 cards when you have 5 or more in the drop area, and then choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of their deck in any order. So it doesn't ignore barrier, which kind of sucks. Oh well, but you still get to draw two cards, excuse me. And then it gets rid of blockers at the very least, which is very popular right now. Now that I think about it, because he is a blue leader, people are going to be doing some cheesy shit with unyieldings. Well, we only have 1 flute now, but gonna do some cheesy shit with unyielding. Definitely. I'm interested in seeing that. And then we have Great Saiyaman, another Son Gohan Adolescence, a vanilla card, which again warms my soul right here. He's a starter rare. It's 30,000. Guess target. Cool, I guess. Much rather use the championship card, Goku, which I'm still trying to look for. Let's talk about that for a second. So these are all the ones that are revealed, and then these are the ones down here, up here, that we don't see just yet. These are all new cards. Looks like this one is Super Saiyan Son Goku, I guess. Yeah. Some more vanilla cards. This is a 2-drop, 20,000. Got another Great Saiyaman, which is pretty cool. And then Super Saiyan Vegeta, which is the Link card right there. And then we got Vetku, finally! Vetku! Thick boy. And then we got this Goku, a new Trunks, Gotenks, which is cool. More Gotenks support is awesome. This 1-drop Gogeta card, which looks like it has an activate main, maybe the critical. Looks like critical. And then Ox King, and then this other bad boy. So am I missing something? They just haven't. Yeah, these are just all the set 5 cards, I feel like. Since we're here already, well, actually, you know what? We'll go over there to Shenron's Advent. So Shenron Leaders is finally arrived. So we got a lot of universe cards. We already got this released. This card is actually pretty awesome, but there's some outs. Got Burst, which is the same thing that we talked about before. You drop 3 at the bottom. Pretty cool. Let's get through this. So if you didn't know, this guy can attack, and you activate main, switch the card to rest mode, and get 2 battle card or Dragon Ball cards from your deck or life, which is the first card that lets you search from life. And this man gets to activate main, draw 1, choose 1 desire card, which we don't have any just yet, and then remove 7 Dragon Balls in order to give 1 battle card 10k in triple attack, and then flip it back over at the end of the turn. Pretty cool. Dimension Warrior Son Goku. Some of these cards I don't like. I'll explain. So this is a 4-drop, 20,000 with barrier. Double strike. He is a Goku Xeno, the first Xeno Goku, which is awesome. We might see a Xeno Vegeta, which I think is down here, but not the masked one, which is from Dragon Ball Heroes. If you didn't see that, or if you didn't check out my other Dragon Ball Heroes opening, I do think I have a couple cards that are just like that. So that way you can kind of see where they're coming from as far as that goes. This is not a first thing. This is not new. This comes from Dragon Ball Heroes. Double strike barrier, 20,000, and then sparking. If you have 7 or more cards in your drop area, you play this card, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and send it to the warp. So it has a lot of good utility, and it can see some play, but it is definitely just in correlation with all of the other starter deck players. 3-drop. I don't like this card. 3-drop, 19,000 critical. So what? Okay. So critical 19,000. The first Vegeta Xeno, and this man, when you have you have to place 5 cards from your deck into the drop area. And when you play this card, if your opponent has 11 cards or more, hello, your opponent must choose cards from their hand and set into the warp until they have 10 cards in hand. So I really don't understand where they're going with this one. Yeah, I get it. Like, we have some silly decks that can draw a lot, and I mean, by 3 energy, will they have 11 cards in their hand? Are you going to be attacking a lot in order to get them more and more cards just to drop one. Like, if you wanted to make this card good, you would put this to 2100 or 21,000, right? So that way it's an automatic 25k for them to actually have to combo into. You would leave critical there, and then you would have a burst 5, but then make them drop 1. That's all you had to do, and this would be an incredibly playable card. But why did you have to do 19,000 3-drop critical? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So that's just me. It's a Shigesh target. Never forget Shigesh. If you keep forgetting Shigesh, you're gonna get got. And that's pretty much it. This is just silly. But to make it up for it, Shenron's Figure of Majesty. This card can attack, so just sit there. I'm just chilling. It is susceptible to removal because it does not have barrier. But in the line of things, if you have 5 or more cards in your drop area, you get to draw 1 card and then choose one. So choose 2 of your energy to switch it to active mode. You get to choose 1 battle card with the 2 costs or less from your drop area and play it, which is wild. You get to play Goten, hey, and then you get to play pretty much anything. Like, there's a lot of targets as far as 2 or less. Like, there's a lot of targets. This opens up a lot of good stuff here. And then choose your leader card, one of your battle cards that gains 5k in critical. So we have the Gogeta that can get double strike. We have the Vegito that can get double strike. We have the the green Goku that has Freak Kamehameha and as well as double strike now. And now this Shenron is pretty lit. And then we have all these other battle cards that can gain critical now. This is the first card that can gain critical, and I think this is a very much of a staple when it comes to getting it. They knew what they were doing. Again, Bandai knows what the fuck they're doing. Don't even question that. It's just the way that they're doing things is what you can question. But they whatchamacallit, like these are like okay cards, but this one, like, I'm telling you, this one is really fucking good. Like, you get, like, come on, like, yeah. All right, just let me know how you feel about that. Mega Focus Son Goku. He is a 2-drop, 10,000. So I'm guessing this is what they were thinking of. I don't know. You either play the top 3 cards or drop the top 3 cards and activate his skill, which is 10k or 5k power and tech. Battle cards in active mode. So 2-drop, red card. Hey, what a surprise, right? And the last one is a promo card, which I think is on the last. Yeah, so we got the Broly. If you didn't check out that video, go check it out. The theater for this one and as well, or the movie for this one, and as well as the Fusion Reborn comes out this month. So go get them. Even if you feel like the cards are underwhelming, it's always gonna be good for collecting purposes. And for this one, is gonna be for the Fusion Reborn / Bardock ones. So I would say both the Bardock and as well as the Fusion Reborn are gonna be giving out this card, which is really awesome. Now we have a Janemba Saga, pretty cool. So it is a fusion sort of card where it's Son Goku and Vegeta. You can't include cards with energy cost 6 or more in your deck, so that automatically removes Fu out of your deck, which is kind of silly. Hopefully people can enforce that pretty well, but I mean, as soon as you play one or charge one, like, come on. When it attacks a leader card, you may choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand, which is awesome. Like, this is what Broly should have been as far as the Unawakened side, but hey, whatever. Like this should have been life into your hand, and then if you do so, place 3 cards from the top of your deck and then make them drop 1. That's how you design that guy. I'm just saying. Card advantage, I get it. All right, whatever. When this card attacks a leader card, again, choose 1 card from your life, add it to your hand. If you do so, only if you do so, draw 1 card. So you're gonna be awakening pretty damn early, and then switching, draw 1 card and choose 1 of your energy. Switch to active mode. So that's very different. Actually, it reminds me of the IC stuff, the card ass stuff, the old game, the Japanese one. As far as that goes. And when this leader card draws, when you attack, draw 1 card, and then activate main is choose 1 card for your life. This is really cool. Placing the drop area, and then choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and negate their skills. And this gains a 5k power for the duration of the turn. You can only play battle cards using Union Fusion for the remainder of the turn. So awesome. Awesome. Only because, like, this is the thematic thing that I love when it comes to the game, because, like, think about it. Like, it's so, like, you're taking, like, all the energy, and stuff that goes into fusing in the show. You have to take cards from your life and get to that point, basically, like the struggle, and then basically you drop one from your card from your life and you're ending it, making sure that they can't block, they can't activate, like Universe 7 Frieza for some reason if you have that or against you. And then as well as making sure to, like, anything that's on the field. It's like a Fu, Shadow and Mystery, just for battle cards and for the turn, not until the next turn. If it was the next turn, that'd be busted, but I can see why they did this. And then Union Fusion, just having a Gogeta come in and end everything. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to make sure, as far as Gogeta cards, yeah, just these cards and the ones that are revealed, and then anything else in the future. So I've talked a lot. This is a triple feature, so I have an excuse for this card or this video being that long. Let me know what you think about all these cards. I understand that, like, as soon as you start seeing cards, you're thinking about, like, what can I do this against the current meta? Don't think about it that way. Think about it as an actual card game. Think about how you can play against your friends, how you can play it against in your locals, how you can play against the way that you want to play it. That's a very important part, because if we lose that focus, this card game will die easily. That's just how it happens. And hopefully Bandai will realize that, mitigate some of the stuff that will are causing issues in the meta and as well as the competitive scene, because that's what people drive prices up. That's why people buy sets in order to play these very strong cards, etc. So I've talked a lot, talked enough. Again, let me know what you think. Like, dislike, subscribe if you're new. If you are already, I appreciate you and I love you. Remember that. You're always loved. I'll see you in the next one. Later.